Right, so a bit of an update. I've been to BJF today and to pick up some more feed, and I've got a few other bits and bobs. So I've bought another crate because I think I'm going to start training them this week or next. And I've bought a few different types of feed now because we're almost out of what we've had. Normally we've had depurative, and I've got breed and wean left in there, but I haven't been using that. And they've been on depurative solely for a while now. That's that stuff, so I haven't got much of that left. But I'm not sure if you're meant to race them on that alone. So I've bought some barley. I know a lot of people have said to use this. Some people say they don't like it, some people say they do, but I figured it's probably worth just having around, especially just to see, because this is the thing that they leave if they're not particularly hungry. So I'm hoping that I can use this to either fill them up or just as a gauge to see how hungry they actually are. And I've also bought some, this is the stuff I've bought today. It's called 49 Young Bird 49. So it's got a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before. So we've got some of this corn, sweet corn, and some sunflower seeds, a few other bits and bobs in there as well. So this might be quite rich. So my thinking was I would use this and a bit of barley, or this and depurative, but I'm not 100% sure of why you would change them up, because really depurative has got everything this has got, except it doesn't have the sweet corn and the sunflower seeds and a few other bits, but they're all so similar. It's just maybe 2 or 3 different ingredients. And then I've also bought some trapping mix or conditioner. So this is all like tiny little seeds. Again, a lot of these, if you look, are the same, the smaller seeds as these, but there's all small stuff, and this is so that I can get them used to trapping, or these little green things, what are they? I'm going to use this to put that into the training crates so that I can open the door. I'll open it like this. I tried it earlier on actually, and then I sprinkled a bit of seed in there and all the birds went inside, and I just got them used to going inside it, and I'm hoping that this will be a quick way to load them up. So that's one of the changes I've made, or one of the things I've done today, and then I'll show you the other things. So the other thing I've done is I've made a modification to the loft. So I've taken the little angular thing that I had in the trap, which was this. Basically I've taken that off because it doesn't really do anything, it's not really needed, and if anything I think it may act like a bit of a tunnel and put the birds off. So at the moment I've just got a block holding that and sealing that for now, but I'm going to do something different. And then I've also I bought another trap, some bob wires, so that I can separate the two sections in the loft. And then I've just made this landing board, which I need to paint and put another latch, and so I can lock up like that, and then open it up, and then I can open the bob wires and the birds can go onto this and fly off. And the purpose of this is because I wanted to separate the birds into 2 teams. So we've got basically the shit team and the good team. This is the, so I should say we've basically got the rubbish team in this section and the good team in the next section. The idea here being, so we've got those 2 young fantails there. The idea being, in this side I'm going to have the birds that seem to be pulling the other ones in. So any of them that are molting, the young ones, the overweight or whatever, just the birds that aren't doing as well, I've got in here. You can see I've fitted some more V-perches, so bought some of those today as well. And it's the return of the horrible drinker. I'm going to modify, get a new one of those. But I am going to check just to make sure. But I think all of these birds in here are the youngest anyway. And then we've got the older birds in here. And so once I'd separated these off today, I let these out for a second fly, and they flew for over an hour. And they were flying a lot further. Oh, you can see there's quite a few in here. So all the perches are practically taken up. I think we might need to thin these out a little bit more, and send a couple more to the B team. But you guys are the A team. So there's that one there that's molting a bit. This one here sometimes doesn't fly. It's one with the pink ring on its foot. So that one can get a bit lazy. but all of them in here are decent flyers, and they have been flying around for over an hour or so. And the idea being that I'm going to take these training this week or next, so I will probably split them up, get them into the crates after they've had a bit of a fly, and then on a nice sunny day we're going to take them 2 or 3 miles down the road. I've got a couple of potential locations, and then toss them. I just want to make doubly sure with my club that we're definitely flying south before I do, because I don't want to train these south and then turn out everybody else is going to start training north, because well, that'd just be a bit of a shame, wouldn't it? And it'd be difficult to spin them around, but yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much where we are at the moment. We've got a full house now. I think we've got 40 birds in total, and that includes the 2 fantails. And then I think for training we're definitely going to take Ryan, not Brian, and Mush Mush, because they're the 2 oldest. And then we've got White Tip, which we'll take, and then pretty much any of the birds that I got from Dave and Charlie on their first, the first time I went to them. And then there's some of the other ones that I've got from them later, like this one here, this pied one with the white flights. I got that one in the one of the last ones from Charlie, I think it was, and that one flies fine. It's straight out, and you know, it doesn't hang around. But and we've got 1983. I think that might be that one. That one flies well. But the difficulty with them all being blue bars or dark checkers is they all look the same to me. So unless they've got a particular characteristic, like the little pied white around the eye there, obviously white flights there. Ryan, not Brian's obvious, and so is Mush Mush, but it's quite difficult to tell the rest of them apart. Like, I've no idea which one that one is, no idea what any of those top 3 are, or the second row, or any of those those 3 there. You all look the same. And these 2 on the floor, that one there, I don't know what that one is. That one I can only tell because it's got a pink ring, so I could probably do with getting some multicoloured rings. That might be a good idea, so I can just work out who's doing what. Because it's with these life rings, it's difficult sometimes to see you know, which bird it is, because they've got droppings stuck to the rings, so you can't see all the ring numbers, or you can't see the ring number because it's spun round the other way. So which one are you? In fact, I think I might go and get my book and just work out who I've got in here. I'm pretty sure in here we've got all of Colin's birds and all of Mitchell's birds, and they were the ones that I got at the beginning of this month. So if that's the case, then that's about right, because they are of the youngest birds, and they don't tend to fly as far or for as long. They just kind of flitter around the house and do a few loops. But I think these were the ones that were holding this lot back, so this lot I think are ready to go. You know, bear in mind we've got Ryan, not Brian, and Mush Mush through there. They're both well, I think they were hatched out December, end of December I think, or early January. They were gifted to me, so they're the 2 oldest birds, and it's now June, so they should be, you know, well and truly on their way to flying, you know, further away. So a bit cloudy today, so we didn't really get to test how good they really would be, but hopefully if we get a bit of nice weather this week, then we'll see if we can send them a little bit further. Nerve-wracking. It's going to be nerve-wracking to see if they all come back or not. But anyway, that's a quick update for you, and hopefully the next time I do a video it will be with their first training toss.